Good afternoon and welcome to Icon Park. We have this afternoon the AFL Academy, the under-18 women's, taking on Carlton's VFLW side on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. My name is Travis Posnahosky and alongside me is Hannah Davies. Hannah, great to have you on board.
Thanks, Travis. Yeah, what a fantastic way to end the Academy camp for the AFLW draft prospects. I know they've been working hard over the last 2 days, and to culminate with what is a historical matchup, their first against an AFLW senior side, or VFLW I should say. What a fantastic opportunity for these youngsters.
Should be a good game. We were out here last weekend having a look at the boys' side up against Richmond. We get a look at the women this afternoon, and they'll probably fancy their chances possibly against this Carlton side.
Yeah, look, I would think so. Carlton, obviously, last season for the VFLW, the 4 wins, 10 losses, so a lot to build on for their team. And the Academy girls, they've got a few, as a Queenslander, I already know there's a few really good talents there that I'll claim as our own, so I'll be looking forward particularly to seeing them out there today. So
Carlton, they're going to go to the Legends stand, and in the first term, the Academy, they'll head to the club room side. It's going to be a great afternoon. Some of the future of the AFLW running around this afternoon. Looking forward to this one. Umpire holds the ball aloft. Matzer and White to go at it in the ruck. White probably won it down. Went straight down the throat of Larkins, tackled immediately.
Fantastic early pressure there from the Academy girls.
It was Gear with the strong tackle. Back in the middle, Matzer front position, wins it down to Elkington. She can't trap it. Coming through and needs to be careful not to be pinned for holding the ball. The umpire is hovering. The ball eventually spilled out. Elkington took it back in. We'll have another ball up, still inside the centre square. Matzer takes front position. White probably got a fingernail to it. Ball slips out. Forward for Carlton. The Academy have got some numbers back. Nabelson was there for the Academy. She was dragged down. Yet again, another ball up, right on the paint of 50. White wins it down. They can rebound off 50 here. Can the Academy? They bring it out wide and a little bit of time and space. Handball off. Comes here now to Pritchard. Took a bounce, set sail from about 50 out the back. No mark taken, slipped over, and Carlton happy to rush it over if it gets there, and it eventually does, through for 1 behind.
Nearly didn't get behind there, did it, Travis? I was a bit worried for them. But Pritchard, oh, what a fantastic run along the wing there. The delivery just not quite linking with Martin, but already, look at the speed.
Yeah, it's something that she does pride herself on. I was reading during the week that the speed, and here she is again. Oh, balks one. Just got the handball away. Umpire says, had your opportunity. Free kick. Go the way of Carlton inside their defensive 50. Going to go the way of Spigen, and that might be a 50-metre penalty. It will be. So Hargraves will be brought to just forward of centre wing, almost half forward for Carlton. Numbers getting back now for the Academy. Hargraves looks inboard momentarily and then just puts one inside forward 50. Just got over the head of Curry. She'll get the handball received now. Looking for a runner. Had one. Elkington goes in. Ball spilled. Picked up beautifully there by Aquero. Gave the handball off and it's through. Carlton kick the first of the afternoon. A good finish. Comes off the boot of Plunkett. Her first and Carlton's first of the afternoon. They lead this by 5 points. 2.5 gone in the first.
Almost caught the Academy team by surprise a little bit there. Weren't expecting to have that free space. That initial penetrating kick went a little bit wayward, but Carlton did a really nice job to just crumb and work it around.
A good finish, sneaks it home. Back in the middle. Should be a good ruck battle today. I reckon they've split them so far, and we've had about 4 or 5 stoppages. Elkington started really well for Carlton. Handball comes out to Fuller, goes out wider still. Here's Elkington again. A little handball over the top. The Academy have got some numbers. Went without it on that occasion was Walsh, and she's wrapped up. Ball up out on the far side, centre wing. Matza wants the front position, and she got it. She won it down, but the Academy win the clearance. That one came off the side of the boot. A clean pickup here for Martin. Has to go back to Walsh. Oh, went on the left, sold the candy. She got the vacant goal square. Didn't kick it to any advantage. That one will find the boundary line, and we'll have a boundary thrown in the forward pocket.
I'm loving how early we're seeing a little bit of a run and bounce in the middle, Travis. It's something that the younger girls, who started playing Auskick and go through the pathways have really been, going with in their playing. We don't see it as much with the older girls who potentially switched codes in their career.
Started well. That one was almost thrown out. First there will be Larkins to pick it up. She went without it. Pritchard's in there. Ball comes over the top. Looking for Walsh. She can keep this ball in play. Met solidly. Probably taken too high. It's going to be a free kick here to Carlton.
Carlton have just pushed themselves really high in the ground.
Long ball down the line. Gets out the back. Curry's there. The ball will see itself across the line. It's going to be the lasso. Free kick will go the way of Mabelson. Looks inboard. Misses the target. Blues have got the numbers. McCarthy was in there. She got the handball out. Put it into a little bit of space. They can run onto it here. Gets it to half forward. A one-on-one battle. Curry happy to see it across the line. Able to beat Aquero on that occasion. Boundary thrown about 60 metres out from the Carlton goal. Matza and White. Once again. White got front position on this occasion. Wins it down as well. Curry, first one there. Shrugged the tackle, got out of it. Now looking for a handball. She gets the free kick for too high. Some relief for the Academy. Goes very short, turned over at half forward. Carlton have got the numbers inside 50, but it's a strong mark there by Endersby, I should say. Sorry, and the last line of defence. Outside defensive 50 now. Out on centre wing. Clean pickup. Ball spills out to Bingham. Turnover, and Carlton can once again run the other way. But again, ill-directed. Strong mark taken by Boyd, and they're looking to switch. They've made a little bit of a meal of it here, the Academy. It's a strong tackle as well by Di Donato. They'll get a ball up about 20 out from the Carlton goal. Morris Dalton going to take the ruck work inside forward 50 for Carlton. White won it down. Almost taken too high, in fact was. Free kick will go the way here of Ferguson. Looking for a mark or a free kick at least outside their defensive 50 of the Academy. They're under a fair bit of pressure. Bingham just charged through a couple. Gets it to centre wing. It's all one-on-ones up forward. First one there for the Academy was Martin. She goes to ground. In there is Prosser Shaw. Picks it up cleanly. A quick kick inside 50 by Strawn. It's a 2-on-1, and the one is the Academy. McIlwain should be the first one there. Looking for a handball. Gets it over to Walsh. Just eludes her. Has to go back and track it. Gets another handball. Tackled as they were kicking. And at the top of the goal square, we will have a ball up. Some good pressure inside forward 50 there for the Academy. Get a stoppage. Tap down. We'll do it all again.
Just a few early nerves here for Academy inside 50. Just a few little fumbles.
Matza and Zigalewski do the ruck work. Kicked out of the defensive 50, or almost by Larkins. It's going to come back. A shot on goal. Standing start. Misses. Hasn't actually made the distance. Ball still in play. That one goes straight up, straight back down. Larkins sat underneath it. Zigalewski gets the handball out. Walsh gathers, shrugged one, brought down. Should be a free kick, will be. And Carlton will take it through Fitzgerald.
Really great work there from Carlton, just grinding it out through a few different opportunities the Academy had.
Matza goes long down the line, finds Morris Dalton. Backward to centre wing. Sends a long ball to half forward. It's a 2-on-1. The one out. It was McCarthy. The Academy now get some numbers back on that half-back line, and They work it out short. Walsh started really lively. That's not her best kick, but it'll work out well enough. Inside forward 50. Picking up outside of the boot, and there is the first to Martin and the Academy on the board with their first major. They take the lead back 1-1-7 to 1 straight 6. Almost 9 minutes gone in this first term.
So first to Bailey Martin, a Vic Metro and Oakley Chargers product.
She's been the target inside 50 a number of occasions in the opening 10 minutes of this game, and that one able to just skid through.
Yeah, it took them a little bit to kind of find those connections. I feel like Academy are really strong in the middle, but it's just that link into forward at the moment.
Yeah, coming off that back line, trying to just find a loose target or a target coming off the half back line is at the moment where it's only half breaking down. They've been able to get it inside 50 and score, so they've got the lead by 1 point at the moment. We'll have a ball up. Wrapped up was Spammer. More in the ruck now for Carlton. Spills out here to Strawn. Pops it inside forward 50. Can run onto it. Can Prosser Shaw. Has a shot on goal. Kicks it. 2 in a row. 2 in a minute to the Academy. Worked it forward. And Prosser Shaw with the finish. 2-1-13. 1 straight 6. 10 gone first term. So once they get inside 50, they're looking somewhat dangerous. They've got some speed in there. They've got a few tall forwards as well for some targets, and they go inside 50. They're being relatively efficient when it comes to scoring.
Yeah, a lot of speed. Ayana Pritchard from the Brisbane Lions Academy comes back on, as does Miu Endersby, Central District product. So the Academy using their bench.
I think we've got
early.
1 too few in the middle for the Academy. We do, so too many forwards. That'll be a warning against the Academy. Moore goes up. Probably want it down. It was a strong tackle there on Gear, which was brought down, but doing really well. Gear got back up, gave it off here to Strawn. Turns it over. Mark taken by Rhodes. Goes very short. Umpire is going to pay the mark, it looks like. And the Academy can once again send this ball inside 50. Carlton have got their numbers back at the moment. Looking to go out the back, unable to take the mark. Snap on the right from the Rove and just bounces through. The Academy have gone 3 in a row, coming off the boot of Magella Day. Got out the back, read it beautifully and sneaks it home. And suddenly, in the blink of an eye, blink of 2 minutes, they've kicked 3 goals and they take a 13-point lead.
Be interesting to see how Carlton respond to this. You can see a little tag happening between Danielle Rhodes and Darcy Prosser-Shaw. Obviously a few moments ago for the Academy, she was the dangerous one, tagged her, and then Magella Day strikes. So the Academy certainly have plenty of options to go through. 3
separate goal kickers at the moment, as you say, so definitely got some options. Free kick will go the way of Carlton inside the centre circles to Fuller. Gives the handball off. They go inside 50 now. Out the back. Academy have some numbers. Endersby. It's a little kick forward. Didn't quite find the target, but doing well enough at ground level was her teammate in Anderson. Elkington was in there for Carlton. They go inside 50. Mark taken by Hargraves, looking for a target, looking for the free kick, didn't get it. DeSonato's in there for Carlton as well. Handball spills out. McCarthy has a flying shot on goal and misses to the right-hand side. Academy will bring a broadcast side from the kicking. It's a good kick as well. So Sigulewski goes long down the line to an outnumber. But again, Martin being clean below her feet. Gets it to Bingham. Pops it inside forward 50. Pritchard did well to force the contest. Kept on running to Martin. She can kick another. Runs in and that one misses to the left-hand side. Really well done there by Martin. Won the contest against two on centre wing and kept following the ball forward, just missing to the left.
The Academy just consistently having that running option out the back. Carlton definitely looking a little bit more stagnant around the ball.
Rhodes to bring it in. That one's not her best. She put it straight to Martin. Steadies and once again misses to the left. She's had a few shots on goal. She's kicked one. She could just about have had 2 or 3 on the board. Rhodes breathes a sigh of relief on that occasion. Spigen to take the kick in this time. She's going to go the other side of the ground. Look for a target, but she's missed hers as well. And Strawn cuts it off, plays on immediately, has a target inside 50 and finds it. Mark taken here by Scout Semple about 35, 40 metres out directly in front. Carlton with the kicking in issues at the moment and trying to get out of their defensive 50. Semple sets sail from about 40, gives it a good roost and goes all the way but misses to the left. Some opportunities go begging for the Academy, but they're playing well.
Worth noting it is a little bit breezy down there on ground level.
Demio runs her full measure from the kick in and clears the defensive 50, but only gets as far as McKeegan. She wants to bring it inboard and picked out probably the only Carlton player there and turns it over. She might get another opportunity here, McKeegan. She breaks one tackle. She can take a little bit of grass here and pop it inside forward 50. Martin on the lead. She's looking really dangerous at the moment in this first term is Bailey Martin.
I think that's the difference right now. If you look at the options, just constantly on the move. Drive, hook round, drive again.
This will take her best effort. She'll have to kick it from about 45. She sets sail and gives it an absolute thumping kick and splits the middle. And Bailey Martin has 2 in the first term. And the Academy have got 4. They are 4-4-28. Carlton 1-1-7-16 gone in this opening term. She had 32 disposals in the under-18 champs last year as a tall forward, but you can see why she could just about play anywhere, it looks like, whether it's through the midfield, definitely up forward, and she can get plenty of the ball and she uses it well.
Yeah, what a great utility. I saw her crunching through tackles earlier. Those kind of talents scouts will no doubt be keeping an eye on.
Her name will be written in a few notepads right now. They're going to go forward again, the Academy. Bingham was brought down as she kicked it. Carlton have got some numbers, but Bingham will go back in. Tassie Devils prospect. She's wrapped up, ball up.
Must be pretty exciting now as an underage player knowing that there is that senior pathway finally for the Tassie Devils.
Absolutely. Expect a lot more to come through in the coming years. There's, I think, 2 out there today in Evie Ward and Evie Bingham, the 2 Evies. Sigulewski is going to win herself a free kick here in the ruck. A name I've been practicing all week because it's not spelt how it sounds. She goes inside forward 50, no mark taken. The Academy at ground level have got some numbers forward. Picked up outside of the boot and it slides home there for White. It's 5 in a row for the Academy and they're skipping away to a handy lead. 5-4-34 to 1-1-7-18 gone in the first term. And Sophie White, who started in the ruck, finds herself forward and doing the roving.
I feel like Carlton have just dropped some of that early energy and just letting that scoreboard pressure get to them a little bit.
They're struggling in the back line at the moment, and maybe it's the tall forwards. There are quite a few tall forwards down there for the Academy. They might be undersized a little bit as we look down there. But even out of the middle, they started that first 5 minutes, they were getting all the clearances, but Bingham's starting to get hold of a couple, and they're going to go out of the middle again. Are the Academy looking really good? Here is Bingham. She can get the handball over to Zigalewski. Does so now. Pops that ball inside the forward 50. Who's there? It's an off bounce. White was there hanging around. Day's also there for the Academy. Carlton got some numbers now. A little handball is going to be cut off. Semple. She can trap it. She was away. It's a strong tackle in the end, though, by Treadwell. And they'll get a stoppage in the shadows of quarter time and in the shadows of Icon Park. No ruck goes for it. Matza just took the bounce. Bingham, she can clean up, give the handball off, sold her teammate into a little bit of pressure. Somehow it came out, and we'll have another ball up about 40 out from the Academy goal. Carlton defence under all kinds of pressure at the moment. White and Matza resume their battle. Matza again, front position, won it down. Elkington wants the ball. She eventually gets it, gives a little handball off, and they can repel off their defensive 50. Sitting underneath it, almost taking that strong mark, was Morris Dalton. It's a strong tackle inside the middle of Icon Park as we're about to tick over 20 minutes of the opening term, which has been owned by the Academy. Zigalewski won it down off Matza. Walsh wanted to give the handball to Bingham, eventually does now. She can run to 55, pop it to the top of the goal square. It's a vacant goal square, can't get it out the back. And the mark was taken by Spigen, who goes out wide. Now a little bit of space for Carlton to work with, but it's a unfortunate kick that just didn't work out. And we'll have a ball up looking for Plunkett, the sole goal kicker for Carlton. Couldn't find her. We'll get a ball up on centre wing. Matza won it down, took it out of the ruck, found Elkington by hand. Gets it to half forward. The big fist came there for the Academy. Hasn't been down this end for Carlton for a little while. McCarthy has to get down low, has a couple to beat. The Academy get back in numbers. Ball spills out, doing really well. Got round a couple there, did Ferguson. Goes down the line, and now it's a 2-on-2. Strong tackle, but stronger still. Came out to Ward. Sends it forward to half forward. Finds a teammate in Day. Has a loose at half forward, just miskicked it. And once again, Treadwell gets into the middle of the ground where they've got some numbers. Running onto the ball here is Aquaro. She can give the handball off to McCarthy. Did her no favours by putting her at the feet. Had enough time and space and put it down the throat here of Morris Dalton. Dropped the footy. Strong enough at ground level. Has the loose at the goal square. They should run in and kick another one, do the Blues, and they do. They get a well-earned one. They did it the hard way, but Carlton kicked their second through Emma Horn.
Took a little bit of extra work there for Carlton. You could see them trying to stack the numbers defensively, but you know, then the issue is bringing it down with numbers in the forward. Luckily that time enough kind of gathered around. I think there were a couple times though they made it to 50 but just didn't have enough options to go to. Even just a few more girls getting down there. And maybe that's just a pre-season fitness thing, you know, making sure they've got the fitness to run both ends, because these Academy girls are so quick, they will just get there within seconds.
Should say it was Talia Plunkett that kicked that goal. Apologies. So that's her second and Carlton's second. There she is with a strong tackle, but doing well was Ferguson to take them on as well. Has a teammate on. Ward has it now for the Academy. They've almost been 50 running through the protected zone, but she pops inside forward 50, not to any advantage of a teammate. First back there was Spigen for Carlton. The Academy now get back in numbers. And the umpire is going to say that is holding the ball. Went round the world twice, and Carlton with some relief can go very short. Find Elkington inside defensive 50. Should go short again. That should work out nicely to McCarthy, who's been an option on a couple of occasions. Hargraves here on the half-back line. Corner of the square. Quarter time siren, and it was a great quarter here for the Academy. 5-4-34. Carlton, they kicked the first and the last of that term. They are 2-1-13. A 21-point lead to the Academy. Hannah, what did you make of the opening quarter?
Oh, look, I think what I really like is Carlton's ability to bring themselves back into that quarter. I think they were getting outplayed there in the middle, probably weren't expecting some of the speed and the run and carry from, honestly, so many of the academy girls. It's kind of hard to list them all. But I like that they brought themselves back in. I think just going back to their structure as a team, you know, the academy girls trained together for the last 2 days, but the Carlton girls have been with each other for seasons. So just going back to their structures and not trying to match the game style of the academy, who, you know, are going to be working towards different things than Carlton's VFLW.
21-point lead to the academy at quarter time, and we will be back with the second term after this break. Welcome back to Icon Park here on AFL.com.au, AFL Live, AFLW.com.au as well. It is the Under-18 Academy for the women's taking on Carlton VFLW side here. And the first term owned by the Academy, 5-4-34. They lead Carlton 2-1-13. They went on a 5-goal running streak in that first term, did the Academy. And Hannah, who impressed you the most, I suppose, from an Academy side of things? They're the future that we're out here to see, the best of the best in the country at the moment. Who was it that stood out?
Yeah, certainly a few standing out. I think a couple I wrote down in particular. Molly Ferguson, number 25, sort of was sitting in that halfback, kind of flank wing area, and just the run and the speed. And I think, her and, there's definitely been a few others, Bailey Martin in particular, just that ability to run, like meters gained, just speeds them up so much.
In the middle, Matza and Zigalewski. Zigalewski, ruckwork and rover there. Ball bounces back to her. She tries to charge through 3 of them. Ball eventually stripped of her. It's a strong smother. Still inside the centre square. Going back in with Zigalewski. Carlton eventually get the ball moving forward. Spills out here to Mabelson. Matza cuts it off inside the centre square. Looking to go across the ground. Pulled out of it there, but Demio was there to clean up, but Prosser Shaw beat them all. Run away with it. Pops it to half forward. White sits underneath it. Got 2 hands to it. Brought to ground. Carlton have got some numbers here. Little handball came out. Eventually it was cleaned up. Pritchard goes in for the Academy there. Just mucking around with it at the moment. Comes out to White. She's going to go the right foot banana. Martin kicked a couple. Gave it off to Pritchard. And bang. There's the first of the second term to the Academy. Worked it out by hand. And that is 6-4-40 to 2-1-13. Took 60 seconds for that first goal to be kicked for the Academy.
And unfortunately for Carlton, that just came back to a miscommunication. 2 players, one coming through and the other on the other side, and just unfortunately neither wanted to take ownership of that ball. So, and that's not even a skill error, that's just communication. So just little things like that, taking ownership, knowing your role.
Good pressure as well from the Academy not to let Carlton out. Both rucks went up, neither got a hand to it. That might be a good battle as well. Matza and Zigalewski. Zigalewski worked her way into that first term and now being moved to the ruck. Matza won it down. She actually took it out of the ruck and got the handball forward. But once again, it's all the Academy, and here is Ferguson, who Hannah was talking about in that quarter-time break. Got the handball out. Academy can run onto it. There's Zigalewski. She's a former junior athlete, so good luck catching her. Matza. Elkington. She overrun it. Fuller comes in. Got the handball out. Elkington goes in again. There's Zigalewski. That should be holding the ball. Incorrect disposal, and a free kick will go the way here of Plunkett for Carlton, the only goal kicker for Carlton. Kicked both in that first term. Goes out wide. Looking for McCarthy. Couldn't find them. Spun out of trouble there. Did really well. Did Carlhausen. Found Zigalewski. And now Mabelson. Got boot on ball as they were being tackled. Pritchard off the ground. Might get the handball received. Kept on running. Did so. Ball went behind her. Had to go back. Did the splits. Couldn't find the footy. And then cut it off again. Couldn't get boot on ball that occasion. And that'll be a free kick. It'll go the way of Carlton. It'll go the way here of Burke. Half-back line goes very short. Matza will be next in line at the point of the half-back square, and they've got numbers on in the middle of the ground, do Carlton, if they can get it there. And go the long way around. Fitzgerald takes the mark and eventually gets it out wider still to Hargraves. Looking to bring it inboard. Elkington, all by herself, gathers, chips it. It's barely the 15. The umpire's going to pay it to Morris Dalton, though. 40 out, not looking to have the shot. Wants someone to lead up. Does so, and McCarthy on the lead takes the chest mark inside the forward pocket, about 25 metres out.
So that's the print there for Carlton. That was just seamless. The switch, using the wing, cutting back in, just composure.
Sophia McCarthy, see she's been an option a couple of times in that opening term as well. And we'll go back and have a shot on goal for a first. You can hear it through the effects mic. It is a little bit windy out there at the moment. So we'll see what happens here. That one's come off the side of the boot. Top of the goal square. Ball still alive. The Academy have some numbers at ground level. Carlton, Morris Dalton picked it up off the shoelaces, got round a couple, set sail from about 40 on the left and bounces it home. A fantastic finish there from Nell Morris Dalton. Kicks Carlton's third and their first of the opening term. 3-1-19 to 6-4-40. 4.5 gone, second quarter.
I feel like that run of play felt much more Carlton. You know, they weren't just trying to flog it down the field. It was hit the targets, find the next. It felt much more rhythmic for them.
And it all started when they got the switch over, like you said, and they found the target inside 50 through McCarthy. And then Morris Dalton able to finish off. Some good signs in the opening 5 minutes for Carlton in the second quarter. Zigalewski probably won it down. Semple. Now Bingham, who's been everywhere so far, gave it off to Walsh. Pops it inside forward 50. No mark taken. Doing well at ground level. Around the corner went Ward and missed the lot. The boundary throw-in.
So Academy probably the most difficult to beat in that middle. It feels this is where they've got more of a chance inside the arcs, where they can get that one-on-one. It's a little bit slower.
I don't have the stats in front of us, but centre clearances would be interesting to see. Came out to Strawn. She was wrapped up by about 2 or 3 Carlton players. We'll have another ball up. See, there's a couple of loose Academy players, about a kick and a half from goal at the moment. Bingham wrapped up. Could almost be pinned for holding the ball. Umpire calls play on it, spilt out. Ward got boot on ball, put it out of bounds on the full. Carlton will get themselves that free kick. Larkins to bring it in. Finds Demio short. Going to go across goal to Spigen. Drops short. Needs to just get boot on ball and did, but the Academy got some numbers there. Martin was the first one, has to go in, lay the tackle. Forward becoming defender. Ball spills out. Strawn, Martin, spun out of trouble, then spun back into it. Got it back to Strawn by hand. Spills out here to Prosser Shaw. Gives it off. Standing start by Semple. Goes across the face of goal and through for one behind.
Academy just really winning the numbers game around the contest as well. Just and at +1 pretty much every time. And it's what's really assisting in that, winning the handball game, because, as I said, they just have the numbers around them.
Burke sends it long, looking for McCarthy, front position, got ball to ground, Plunkett, now McCarthy. Wrapped up, and Prosser Shaw was almost away, but we'll have a ball up. Matzer and Zigalewski. Matzer just won it down, then goes back in, gives it to Plunkett, who was dragged off it without the footy. Take the free kick here on the half-back line. And this is where they need to try and find a target. They have been struggling a little bit. That came off the instep. Academy got some numbers, just went over the top there of Mabelson's head. She was brought down and maybe illegally. No. Holding the ball. Free kick going to go the way here of Aquero for Carlton. Kicking up the ground. That's a strong mark as well. Taken by Gear on the half-back line. Wants the switch. Got nothing on the outer side, so Walsh brings it back to the near side, the broadcast side, goes down the line. Pritchard floats across, then roped it well, gave the handball off. Curry set sail from 51, got the vacant goal square, needs the kind bounce, doesn't get it. That one floats across to the right, Burke tracking it back and through for one behind.
Interesting switch up there from Academy. I thought they were going to go for the switch, but chose to go straight down the middle.
Fitzgerald brings it inboard. Finds Larkins at centre half back, and now Elkington. That number's on the broadcast side. Demio will be first to take it. Then it goes a bit more inboard to Fuller. Fuller now at half forward. Finds a teammate in Busuttil, who will run to 45. Not sure if she was taking the shot or looking for a target inside 50. Just outside the goal square. That is a strong tackle as well. And Umpire claimed it to be a dangerous tackle. Academy will take the free kick, and a teammate here in Boyd in the back pocket. It's a bit more inboard. At half back, Carlton got some numbers back here. Aquero wrapped up. And once again, another ball up at half forward for the Blues. Matsuram White running onto it here was Larkins. Tries to find a target inside 50 and does through Aquero. About 30 out directly in front. Lowered the eyes. That was a strong mark by Alessia Aquero. Just for a couple in a row for Carlton. Bring it back to a 17-point margin. Aquero, that one looks to be drifting left and does so. Only their second behind of the afternoon. 3-2-20 to 6-6-42. 10 gone, second term.
So you can hear and feel the wind out there, and a few of the girls just unable to get that full distance. Makes you wonder if they need to change the tactic a little bit, try and find the shorter target.
Yeah, it might be inside sort of the 25 metres, going a little bit deeper inside forward 50. Because it is breezy out there. You could hear it through the effects, Mike, and you could see it as well, having the shot on goal. Boundary throw in here, half forward for Carlton. Straight down the throat of Curry, who just sprinted away and then sent it 50 metres inside the forward 50 to a one-on-one. Zigalewski, strong tackle, bear hugged, and we'll have a ball up. Gee, the power from Curry out of that stoppage.
Incredible. Changes up the game plan, doesn't it, when you've got players like that who can boot it that far?
Gives you some confidence that you can, if you've got a one-on-one inside 50, you're a good chance of being in the contest. They're going to go forward again, although Elkington disrupts them. Brought down an opponent in Semple, who didn't have the footy, but will have a ball up just inside the centre square, left half forward for the Academy. Getting up high was White, who won it down. There is Curry again, using her strength. Ball spills out to McKeegan. Comes back now to Bingham, who had a few opportunities, just could not get hand on ball. Incorrect disposal. Free kick will go to Fuller. Call to play on now. Interesting target, but it was a good mark in the end. There by Larkin. She was probably outsized and outnumbered. Kick inboard is dangerous. The Academy got numbers. Ball spills out. And we should have a ball up here just forward to centre wing for the Blues. 22-point margin in favour of the AFL Academy. Fitzgerald spills out to Larkins. Half forward, a little push on Morris Dalton. Did well at ground level, got the handball over the top. Kick inside from Spammer inside 50. Getting back, taking the mark there was Carlhausen for the Academy, who goes very short, dangerous. Mark paid, and away they go. Down centre wing. Good kick to Prosser Shaw. Right on centre wing. Looks inboard. Nothing going, so goes to half forward and pinpoint accuracy, although floated over the top in the end of day, who has to go back and track it. Burke gets there in time for the Blues, and now through Rhodes. Brought down, didn't get boot on ball, and Pritchard prides herself on her speed and her pace, and it's exactly what she showed there. And she'll go back, have a shot on goal for her second. Kicked the opening goal of this term from point-blank range. This one a little bit further out. She'll have to kick it from about 45.
Definitely a few on this side that could make this distance.
Yeah, we've seen a few. And maybe the breeze is just helping this end as well a little bit. So we'll see what Ayana Pritchard has from about 45. Set sail. Drifts out to the right, and the mark taken right on the line as well. Carlton thought it was floating through, but Magella Day swings around, kicks her second as well for the afternoon, and kicks the Academy's seventh. 7-6-48 to 3-2-20. Bit of lazy marking there from Carlton, both for the mark and the easy run around.
Yeah, great positioning from Magella Day. And I guess that's what I was kind of inferring for Carlton on the other end, is just having that tall forward to stand under and in around that square, just looking for those ones that do drop short. You know, none of the just stand and watch it miss.
Go back into the middle. Have a look. There's some really good prospects in there for the academy at the moment. Here's one of them in Bingham, who's almost brought her own footy this afternoon. She was wrapped up by Fuller that time. Goes up. Ball spills out. Umpire's found a free kick for, might have been a throw, and it's going to go the way here of the academy inside the centre circles. So Curry, who's one of those ones with a decent leg on it, sends it long. Martin out the back. Took it on the second bite. She was out positioned, but the ability, the agility to get up over her opponent and take the mark. She'll go back and look for her third. From a similar distance to what Pritchard just had a shot on a 45-degree angle. Gets close to the mark, sets sail, not going to get there. Day, again, sockers off the ground, almost took the mark, got it to ground level. Ball still in play here for the academy. Need to be careful, there's a soccer off the ground. The academy kick another. And it might have been Zigalewski that got boot on ball. It wasn't. It was McIlwain. Just stuck a boot out there.
Looks like we've got a slight injury here from Carlton. We've got the trainers coming out. Try and see if we can identify this player. I feel like maybe she got a boot to the face or a ball. Just seems to be clutching the face here.
At fullback, yeah. Looking at the right eye, it seems. So we'll have a little pause in play. If she is coming off, that is.
So bodies on the line for Carlton, but just not able to stop that from the academy.
Twice in a row from a similar position where it's just fallen short, and Day is the one that has kept the ball in play. It's Van Loon that's coming off here for Carlton. Burke will replace her, but it's a bit worrying. Twice in a row. Once you can understand, okay, it happens, and then when it happens a second time within a couple of minutes.
Well, that role that Day is playing is almost more important than the one going at goal, particularly on these days where they're not kicking the distance or there's wind at play as well.
Carlton get the free kick, pop it inside 50, looking for McCarthy. Missed the target. Running off here, there was Endersby. Looks up the ground. Ball just stays in play. Tap forward, comes out now to Bingham. She runs her full measure, pops it to half forward. McIlwain, strong mark. Latest goal kicker for the academy. Too far out to score. Still about 55, 60 metres out. Pops it into the pocket, looking for Martin. Not going to find her. Demio floats into the hole, takes the mark. Goes long and high across goal. Dangerous, but works out okay.
Good positioning there to just sit in that hole, as you said, with the other two academy rotating around.
They've worked it to the outer side. Matza missed Elkington by foot. Running onto it here is Stevens. Gathered it. Can go inboard. Curry's going to be the next one. By hand. Gives it back. Curry gets it back. Spins out of trouble. Can go across goal. Decides not to. Got a better option inside forward 50. Standing tall there was Day. All by herself. And this time she's going to be the one taking the shot on goal from this range. So we'll see what happens on the goal line if she isn't to make the distance. She's the reason they've kicked the last 2 goals is Magella Day. She might be the reason they kicked the last 3. Wastes no time from 45. Got really close to the mark. Ball once again falls short. You'd hope someone's touched it there from Carlton. They have, and it goes through for one behind. 8-7-55 to 3-2-20. A handy 35-point lead as we're about to tick over 19 minutes in the second term. Burke goes really short. Had to sit and wait for it. Did Demio and won herself the mark with a free kick. Finds a short one laterally in Di Donato. Dangerous kick. That's okay, works out well enough at half back. Carlton looking to go through the middle. They get it to centre forward. Fitzgerald was there, but missed the target. The Academy through Prosser Shaw. Like she was about to shrug a tackle. There was no one there, so she kept taking further ground, looking for Day. Carlton have got some numbers on half back. Little chip short to Fuller. Works well. And once again at half forward, they've got some numbers to Carlton. Can turn around and give it to Elkington. Short does. Can gather at about 52. Handball off. Plunkett. Can set sail for a third. Steers it home. Bounces through. And Talia Plunkett has her third for the afternoon. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and 4 now for Carlton. 4-2-26 to 8-7-55. 20 gone in the second quarter.
Despite the score not being in their favour, Talia Plunkett has been fantastic for Carlton, just running through the space. And with accuracy too, which on a windy day is worth $1 million.
She seems to be the option at the moment for Carlton in front of goal. She kicked 3 of their 4. But you're right, she used the breeze perfectly on that occasion. It's been a tough end to score at, especially in this term, it seems. We're back in the middle. Ferguson was in there for Carlton, for the Academy. Curry at the bottom of the pack still. The umpire's just hovering. The ball spills out eventually. Ferguson picked it up. Once again, ball still in dispute. Umpire happy to let it go. Comes out to Fitzgerald. Now Prosser Shaw gathers. Gives it to Curry. Gets to the outside. Half forward. Pritchard, front position. Couldn't win that battle. Goes back in. Lays the strong tackle. Turned over. Top of the goal square. Martin's there up against Burke. Burke will be happy to see this across the line and will have a boundary throw-in the right forward pocket for the Academy. Nothing's come easy for Carlton so far this afternoon, whether it's goals, getting it outside defensive 50, even just some one-on-one contests where they seem to be in the right position. Just haven't been able to take that mark or bring the ball to ground level. Zigalewski roved her own ruck work, ball smothered. Carlton spills out and Matza gets a handball on. They can work it out by hand. They do. Get to centre wing. It's going to be a 2-on-1 in a moment in favour of the Academy. Aquero has her work cut out. She won the ball, got the handball over the top. And now Morris Dalton looking for McCarthy. Finds her one out. There's no one inside forward 50. Might just need to wait for some numbers to get there and look for a target. Called to play on. Came off her mark. Made life really difficult for herself and her teammates. White gets back in the hole for the Academy. Wins the ball. Spills out. Walsh gathers it. And dishes it off by hand to Endersby. Turned it over again. And Carlton now can go forward. Looking once again for McCarthy. Back where the ball started. Hits the deck. Sorry, not Endersby. That time it was Boyd. And the Academy can rebound through Ferguson on centre wing. Chips it over the top. Got plenty of numbers. Pritchard's leading back to half forward. Goes in the direction of her now. Gathers it on the bounce inside 50. Oh, sold some candy. Got round 1. Gained some more territory. Top of the goal square. Martin read it best. Just needs to get boot on ball and couldn't. Burke did enough just to get the ball across the line. Through for a behind. 8-8-56, 4-2-26. Even 5-goal margin.
So interestingly, this is where I feel Carlton have actually been strongest, is on transition.
Yeah, especially in this second term as the halftime siren sounds, they have been looking much better than in that first term where they've been able to get it to half-back and on a couple of occasions have gone the switch as well, opened it up on the far side of the ground and been able to get it inside 50. It was a better term for Carlton. Maybe not necessarily on the scoreboard. They were still outscored on that occasion, but they did seem to get more of their game style flowing and did look a lot better in that second quarter. It is a 30-point margin in favour of the Academy. 8-8-56 to 4-2-26 half-time. We will be back on afl.com.au for this fantastic game of footy. The
times when I'm just completely tuned out, isn't that what they're talking about?
It looks pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they put something up for something else yesterday that like I think maybe a company like this like the dog can do that as well. It's almost like a lot of people watching it is just probably
Yeah.
just want to take it.
But
It's like
yeah, I think that's good. You've got quite a younger people, people that don't know footy or haven't been around footy their whole lives.
yeah.
The male and female as well. I think it definitely has gotten better, especially over the last couple of years. With I don't know, listen to male stations often, you still start to see stuff on social media. Every radio station, every TV station has got a mix. I think more female colour play. It's also Jess Webster's very good. Yeah. And is it now it's a bit more accepted to have a female voice? I don't know, but I think Jess Webster's very good as a play-by-play commentator. She's on Fox now, isn't she? Yeah. So she did a few games last year. And sometimes you listen to a game at the moment and she obviously got that last year with rugby union. And sometimes that's all it takes for maybe a few other people, I should say neighbours. But I appreciate she can actually call the French things very good. You watch a couple, but there are a lot coming on like how much more is it? Watches in Channel. Something about it. I've actually really liked it. But yeah, even if it's like ex-players, but yeah, they're all very much male dominated. The only one really, the only one, the only female that Caroline Lewis is still going. She's like but I got no issue with female in my life. She different completely different generation. That's right.
Welcome back to Icon Park out here for the Under 18 Women's Academy up against VFLW side in Carlton. Sunday afternoon here on AFL.com.au, AFL Live as well. So make sure you tune in. It has been a tremendous game in the Academy with a 30-point lead at the main break over Carlton. Hannah Davies is alongside me. And Hannah, what are we looking forward to in the second half?
Thanks, Travis. Yeah, look, it's been really good to see the fresh and emerging talent from the Academy. I mean, in particular for that last term, Magella Day played a very important role, just sort of crumbing a few loose balls. So it'll be great to see how she can continue her run in this one.
Inside 50 already here for Carlton. For the Academy. Carlton are going to win themselves a free kick there. It was a bit too high, that tackle. That's ill-directed, and that's gone straight down the throat of Carlhausen. 49 out from goal, centres it up. No mark taken. Spilt through the hands of Bingham. Probably her only mistake for the afternoon. Once again, Carlton, they can repel off defensive 50. Plunkett got 3 goals this afternoon. Looking for Morris Dalton. Has to go get the hands and knees dirty. Ball spilt out. The Academy once again win it back. Anderson inside 50. Demio has to go and fetch the footy. Ball spills out. Back to Plunkett. Wrapped up. We should have a ball up about 60 metres out from the Academy goal. Matza and White. Matza front position. Done all afternoon. White at ground level. Ball spills out. Goes back in. Picked up here by Gear. Couldn't find a target inside 50. Very contested to start this second half. Ball spills out. White handballs it off. Finds Ferguson. In fact, it was Anderson, one of the sons, and ball makes its way across the line for a boundary thrown in front of the club rooms. Right forward pocket for the academy. Scrappy start to this second half. And a lot of numbers inside forward 50 as well for the academy. One-on-ones across the entire ground. Get the ball thrown back into play. Matza just thumps it into a dangerous spot as well. Anderson was there. Ball spills out. Across a short. Ball smothered. Carlhausen goes in for the academy. Fuller was there. Matza picked it up, gave it off to Fuller. Goes to the outside of the boot. That was not 15. Called to play on. There was Hargraves. Sends a long ball down the line. McCarthy got hands to it. Out the back here is Stevens. Driven into the ground. Should win themselves a free kick, and she does. Just backward to centre wing. There's a teammate on in Endersby. That one's closed down pretty quickly. Went to go out wide and then got round the mark and sends a longer ball to the top of 50, but Demio's there to clean up. Popped herself in the hole, and she did in the second term as well. Misdirected that kick. Pritchard's there and been dangerous all afternoon. Almost gave away the free kick to Fitzgerald, but at ground level, gave it off to Prosser-Shaw one way, then the other. Has a teammate in gear by hand. She's about to get wrapped up, brought down. Free kick will go the way of Carlton. Some good pressure there by the Blues, and Plunkett has been one of their best this afternoon. Wins herself a free kick.
So this is where Carlton have been best on this afternoon, is just these steady kicks down the wing.
Got the numbers here to Carlton. McCarthy got it out the back, but Pritchard worked back, got a little handball out. Stevens. Another handball went forward. Tideman couldn't dispose of it. McCarthy now just chips it over the top, looking for Morris Dalton. Probably only went 5 metres in the end. Using her agility, swung round onto the left. McCarthy kept running and sits underneath the high ball and takes the uncontested chest mark. About 25 out on a tight angle. So like you said, Hannah, they've looked good when they've been able to just move it forward, find some uncontested marks, and they get that ball inside 50.
Looking at the scoreboard, Carlton really need this one if they want to stay in this contest.
Only the 4 goals this afternoon in the first half at Carlton, and Sophia McCarthy for a first. From 30, no issues with the distance, just with the accuracy, and that one goes right. 4-3-27, 8-8-56. The academy to bring it in the back pocket. Chips it really short. Anderson has it, wants to give the handball off and did so. Needs to be careful. Eventually the ball spills out. Mabelson shrugged the tackle, got it onto Strawn, who goes long down the line. Out the back. Once again, Academy have got some numbers. Unable to pick it up cleanly there was Semple. Went back and popped it inside forward 50. A handball off. Zigalewski from 25 out. Sneaks it home. End-to-end stuff there for the Academy. And Kara Zigalewski kicks her first of the afternoon. She's sitting forward at the moment, having herself a good afternoon, and some good work there from the Academy. It wasn't pretty, it wasn't clean all the way, but they had the space as well.
Yeah, and I liked the shepherd work there. I can't quite ID who it was, but there was just a little fumble, but her teammate right beside her was protecting her, so she had the time and space to regather it.
McElwain did well as well in that forward 50 contest. The ball fell short, but able to trap it and get the handball off to Zigalewski.
It's probably been one of the best skills of this Academy side is just when they do make a skill error, they've just got the speed and the agility to make up for it so quickly.
Carlton, a shot at one end that misses, and then they give up the goal a moment later. They'll get themselves a free kick. Fuller's been good for Carlton. Go short at centre half forward. That wasn't the best effort, but they've got the numbers here. Larkins pops it into the path. Morris Dalton wants to swing around on the left. Needs to be careful. Just got boot on ball in the nick of time. One way, then the other went Treadwell. Pops it to the goal square. McCarthy being held on to. Should win themselves a free kick, and she does. The jumper tug directly in front. Missed one a moment ago. Should have no issues with this and get the instant reply for the Blues. Sophia McCarthy pops that one through. And that brings up Carlton's fifth. 5-3-33 to 9-8-62. 7 gone, third term. So they've had some moments, have Carlton. They get the free kick through Fuller in the middle of the ground. It almost turned it over, put it down the throat. I think it was Magella Day that was standing in the hole there at centre half back. It just went through her fingers. And again, Morris Dalton lucky that she got boot on ball on that occasion, and McCarthy with the free kick in the goal square. Matza, White won it down, but only as far as Elkington. Gave it to Fuller, got the 1-2. Looking and finding McCarthy on the lead, just put it into the hole and said, that's where I'm kicking it, that's where you've got a lead. It's exactly what happened, and Sophia McCarthy can go back, kick 2 within a minute.
That's their best centre clearance of the match so far, just straight out of the middle. Looking very nice from Carlton at this moment.
1-2 from Elkington to Fuller, back to Elkington, and just a beautiful kick inside 50. McCarthy needs to go back and kick this one. Hangs it out to the right, and that's where it stays. And misses. So a couple of opportunities for McCarthy in this third term. Sitting at 1-2 at the moment. Carlhausen gives the handball off. A low ball. Carlton will have the numbers here in the middle of the ground. Handball comes out to Larkins. Lowers her eyes. Cutting it off. That should be a mark, and it is. It's paid to Boyd on half-back line. Just stuck between a couple of Carlton players, but able to take a strong contested mark.
Yeah, incredible reach there from Kiara Boyd. Just very long arms and on the run too.
Stevens lowers her eyes, looking for Curry. Drop one she should have got, but strong enough at ground level. Just got the handball out. Probably had another half second before it was going to be a free kick. And the Academy will win themselves a free kick for too high. Ferguson looking for Walsh. How's the umpire going to call this one? Mark. It's going to go the way of Carlton. I feel like Fitzgerald may have stolen that off Walsh. Goes short to Elkington. Again, lowers the eyes and hits up McCarthy on the lead. Too far out to score. Morris Dalton's one out at the top of the goal square. Leads into the pocket. It's the direction it didn't go in the end. And Ferguson, again, stands in the hole and beats 2 Carlton forwards.
Yeah, I think that was just a lack of options too. You had about 3 players drawing forward, but none clearing back in that rotating circle. So she had to go short, which is exactly where Academy were covering.
Anderson looking for Prosser Shaw, has to go back and make sure that doesn't go out of bounds, and then just gave Larkins a little fend off. Runs her full measure, pops it to half forward. Pritchard, front position, couldn't take the mark, went back and laid the strong tackle there on Mulverhill, and we'll have a ball up half forward here for the Academy. Matza, White, neither ruck got onto it, but Matza tapped it to the advantage. The bounce of Elkington, who gave it to Mulverhill, and once again, Carlton looking much better in this third term. Going to be turned over. Getting in the way was Endersby, and eventually taken across the line. We'll have a boundary thrown right on centre wing, far side of the ground. There's a 28-point margin in favour of the Academy. Almost 11 minutes into this third term. Boundary throw in. Once again, neither rucks got near it. There's a free kick for a block or a hold. It'll go the way of Matza. On the left, looking to go inboard. That was dropped, and having to go back now. Mulverhill to clean up. Gets it to Matza, and then handball over the top. Finds a teammate. Larkins now for Carlton. Looking inside 50. Didn't really kick it to the advantage of McCarthy. Got a little shove. Going to win the free kick as well. Might have just extended the arms a little bit too much there, and Sophia McCarthy, who's had 3 shots on goal in this term for 1 goal, will go back, look for a second.
She's just come to life in this third quarter. I don't know what was said at halftime, but Sophia has just come out here with the point to prove.
The first half, they were trying to find her, but she was a lot further out from goal. She's might be playing a little bit closer. Has to convert from 30 out directly in front, and that one has missed to the right. I think that's 3 behinds this term, and they may have all missed to the right-hand side.
Yeah, and look, it is a practice match for Carlton right now, so I think that's still... And here she is again.
Going
McCarthy.
to drop in front and take the mark. Won't be having the shot on goal. Looks for Elkington. Just finds her. Still too far out to score. Chips it short. Fuller takes the mark. 40 out directly in front. Wants to give it off. Does so now. To the top of the goal square. Got over the top of McCarthy and through for another behind.
But yeah, it is a practice match, so definitely something, you know, that the girls can go away and practice at. What I would love to see is just a second forward there, also lift from Carlton. You know, I feel like most strong forwards, they're a duo. There's always someone who's backing them up and rotating. So I think that's just maybe the missing link for Carlton is, if not Sophia, who else is going to be presenting?
The other one down there has been Morris Dalton at occasions, but hasn't been that busy. It's kicked 1 goal, but yeah, it would be good to have that second tall option because they're getting enough ball inside 50 at the moment. Although Curry, once again, just bursts out of the pack, gets it to half forward. There is no one inside 50. Zigalewski, she was an 800-metre runner and a high jumper. She springs onto that one and misses to the left-hand side. Could have almost gone the whole way then.
This is the side we thought there was a little bit of wind, making it harder on the accuracy.
There's been a lot that have missed to the left down that end. So it's just using that breeze. You're sort of coming from the broadcast side. You want to be aiming basically at the right-hand goalpost. And we saw Plunkett do it in that second term for Carlton. Getting up high, unable to drag it down was Fitzgerald at ground level. Elkington wraps up Curry and wins the free kick for holding the ball. So Elkington goes short on the half-back line. Called to play on and ball was partially smothered. But Carlton have got enough numbers on the outer side of the ground. Wants to give the handball off and does so now to Plunkett. Inside 50. Wasn't a well-directed kick and cutting it off was Endersby. Looking for Curry. He's got a couple to beat. No problems. Although the ball spilt out and now Pritchard spun out of trouble. Will take a bounce. Has some issues, but can get round onto her left, straightens up on the right. Just misses the target there in Prosser Shaw. Gets over her head, but goes back in. She's then wrapped up on the half-forward flank and will have a ball up. Gee, they look dangerous when they get on the outside, don't the Academy?
Oh, absolutely.
And they've got some pace and they've got some strong bodies in there as well. Strawn, one of those, gets the handball out, comes back in here. Bingham pops it inside forward 50. Walsh is going to have to track this back. Does so. Swings onto the left. Looking for a target inside the forward 50. That one's Day. Goes to ground. 2 on 2. Day picked it up in the end. It's a strong tackle and a good tackle. The arm is free. And the umpire is going to come in and ball it up right up against the boundary line. Left forward pocket for the Academy. Day goes up uncontested. Just put it down the throat of Bingham. Gave the handball off to Walsh. She's going to go on the left again. That was touched. Elkington keeps it in play. Carlton can work it out, although Walsh read it best. Gave the handball off from about 30 out. Ball misses to the left. 3 for 1 behind. 9-10, 64. 5-6, 36. 16 gone in this third term. Demio to bring it in for Carlton. Pack forms on the half-back line. Gets out the back, although the ball was smothered off the boot of Treadwell. Academy once again have plenty of numbers. Walsh has been busy out on that wing this afternoon. Morris Dalton walks through a couple, gets boot on ball, but only as far as Martin on centre wing. Started this game unbelievably well. With a couple of goals in the opening term, inside forward 50. Carlton got some numbers at ground level. DiDonato's in there. Ball eventually comes out to Rhodes, but again to a outnumbered contest, and once again inside 50. Curry couldn't take the mark, read it best because it got out the back, just couldn't run onto it. Day's wrapped up, and a ball up about 30 out from the academy goal. At ground level, Strawn sitting off the pack by herself, gave the handball off immediately under pressure. Carlton again have got numbers, just sitting back. But all their numbers are inside their defensive 50, which means the academy has just set up a wall across the middle of the ground. And Martin again takes the uncontested mark. Pops it inside forward 50. Demio for Carlton. Runs into a teammate, into a little bit of trouble. And then Falcons Elkington with the ball. Fuller has to clean up after them. Ball spills out once again. Strawn along the ground. Carlton, there's a little bit of kick to kick, a little bit of circle work as well. Just playing it between the two arcs. Picked up well here by Spammer. Sockers it forward. There is no one inside 50 for Carlton. Strong tackle. Should be rewarded by DeSanto. Wins herself the free kick, 40 out from goal.
It was a great chase down. Nearly completely lost that opportunity.
Oh, that one she's miskicked. May have kicked the ground first before the ball. Martin has to go in. Ball spills out the back. The academy have got some numbers. Missed the handball. DeSanto goes back in. Tackle is shrugged here by DiDonato. Snaps on the right and rushed through for one behind there by Endersby.
Certainly very hard to get anything past the academy defence right now.
Carlton have tightened up a lot as well in the back line. It's been a messy start to, well, a messy opening 20 minutes to this third term. Out of wing, Demio has been clean. Gets it onto Plunkett. Tackled as she kicked it. That'll go across the line eventually, and that'll be a lasso for a kick to the academy on the half-back line. Call to play on. Carlhausen, and down the line all by herself is Prosser Shaw. That ball went about 50 metres and only about 5 metres off the ground. And then hits up a target in in McIlwain. It's the second time I've got them confused. The long blonde hair running out of the goal square. Top of that goal square now. Fuller can clean up for Carlton. Goes the outside of the boot to Matza. Over the top. Martin comes in. Look out. This could be dangerous if she can pick it up. Got round Fuller on the right. Sets sail and misses to the left. She could have had a day out. She could have had 4 or 5, I think, by now. 9-11-65, 5-7-37. Almost 20 gone in the third. Burke. To bring it in for the Blues. Goes out wide, finds Morris Dalton on the lead, who chips it short to Demio. Still inside defensive 50. Over the top, DeSanto. Has Elkington running by hand. Decided not to go there. Went shorter and lower. Turned over. Tideman for the academy. Was brought down with a strong tackle as she disposed of it. And we're going to have a ball up inside the centre square. You can see again what Carlton were trying to do, get some uncontested marks coming out of that back line.
Yeah, and I think also looking at the clock, probably knowing there's probably only one more chance at goal here.
Might go the way of the academy because they get the clearance inside 50 or not quite. Just bounces here in front of McKeegan, who can't trap it, was almost dragged off it. We'll get a stoppage about 55 out from the academy goal. Matza and White. Matza wins it down. Plunkett the target. Goes back. Gathers it. Gives the handball off. Into the middle of the ground. Wanting to go through the middle. Looking for Spammer. There's a whistle and a free kick. It's going to go the way of the academy. Go the way of Carlhausen. Gives the handball off. Running through. Here was Boyd. Pops it inside forward 50. Carlton have got numbers back. All at ground level. Ward. The goalkeeper is Burke. Ball partially smothered. Fitzgerald had to sit, wait for it, couldn't get it out. Comes around, Bingham, right foot banana, and that one hasn't made the distance. It was drifting left anyway. Demio ensures it goes across the line. For one behind, 9-12, 66, 5-7, 37, 29-point margin, 21 and a half gone in the third.
And one of the academy girls has just gone down, clutching, I think, the foot. That was Harley McIlwain, but trainers run over to check that one out.
She's holding her shoulder, holding her left shoulder at the moment, so we'll keep an eye on that. Brisbane Lions academy player. A few Queenslanders out there this afternoon. Academy go forward. Strong rundown tackle on Semple. Got boot on ball. Elkington now cleans up for the Blues. They can move this forward. Fitzgerald goes backwards to go forwards. Pops it to centre half forward. The Academy have got some numbers back. Carlhausen, who's worked her way into this game off the half back line, has played really well. Over from WA is Mia Carlhausen for Perth, and ball now inside 50. Gathered by Prosser. Shaw gave the fend off. Runs to 40. Sets sail. If there's enough on it, it might go through. Ball gathered. Goal line. And touched right on the line. Nothing wrong with the shoulder from McIlwain because she gathered it, spun around, but it was touched as she got boot on ball. The three-quarter time siren sounds, and it was 1-5 for the Academy in that third term to 1-5 for Carlton. So an inaccurate quarter for both teams.
Yeah, and it looks like there's some tired bodies on the field out there. Of course, this is pre-season for Carlton VFLW and the conclusion of what is a 3-day camp for the Academy girls. So about 20 minutes to play in this one. This will be the test of the fitness, won't it?
Absolutely. And speaking of Harley McIlwain, she's still feeling that shoulder, just the trainer getting to her to do a few movements of it. So we'll keep an eye on it, see if she plays out this game. You don't want to risk a serious shoulder injury in a practice game. But it is a 30-point margin in favour of the Academy at three-quarter time. We'll be back with the last quarter here on afl.com.au. Welcome back to Icon Park here for the Marsh Under-18 Academy for the women's, taking on VFLW side in Carlton out here at Icon Park. And it has been a really beautiful afternoon, and it's been a good game of footy as well. The Academy have looked solid from the get-go. They have a 30-point margin at three-quarter time, the same margin that they had at the main break. Hannah Davies is alongside me, and Hannah, a big 20 minutes coming up here for both teams. We know it's only a practice match, but we can get a bit more of an idea to see what maybe some of the recruiters are looking at, but then also what Carlton could be looking at going into the VFL season. Yeah,
well, for Carlton, for their VFL season, I think this is a pretty important one. This is how they want to carry on as they head into the early stages of their season. And the Academy girls, we've just been discussing, I think most of these girls are not quite in the draft age group yet, but no doubt scouts will be keeping an eye on them early.
Absolutely, something to look at in the coming years. Free kick will go the way of Larkins here for Carlton on the half-back line. Looking for Demio out wide. Has to sit and wait. Thumped away here by White, and couldn't quite keep it in play, but did enough to get a stoppage on their half-forward line, the Academy. There's been some standouts from the Academy today, and we'll have a chat about them through this final 20 minutes of this game, but their midfield's been on top all afternoon. It's looked so good.
Yeah, it has, particularly one who I can't spot on at the moment, maybe having a bit of a rest, Zoe Curry. Such a strong-bodied midfielder, which particularly in AFLW is such an asset to have, you know, to have the strength to charge through tackles.
Yeah, she's got that burst of speed out of the pack as the Academy bring it into the middle of the ground and find a target in McKeegan. Goes out wide. This is probably another player here in Ferguson that not as big as Curry in terms of height and strength, but has the pace on the outside as well. Has had a tremendous afternoon. Carlton win the free kick and win the ball back. Aquero on the half-forward line goes inboard and finds DeSanto.
And actually, speaking of Curry, she is a Carlton supporter. I've just been able to find out. So she'll be looking at this thinking, is this my future?
Is this where I'm going to be playing a fair bit of my footy for the rest of my life? Not the rest of your life, but a good portion of it. Carlton have a mark inside 50, and Treadwell will line up and set sail from about 45. It's been difficult to get hold of them at this end of the ground in the goal square. The Academy got numbers back, but so did Carlton. Ball spills out, and a goal is kicked, and Hargraves has it. No one on the goal line, got the little handball receive and just pops it through, the easiest goal she'll ever kick. 6-7-43 are Carlton now, 9-13-67, 2.5 gone in the last. Yeah, so Zoe Curry, GWS Academy player, and she's just about been their best on in the middle.
She has, yeah. And, you know, sorry to just read off her fun fact sheet right now, but apparently a player she really looks up to is Charlie Rowbottom, and you can really see that in the way she plays. Just a fit, strong-bodied, kind of bulldozer player that links in the middle.
So she might be on the bench at the moment, or somewhere else. Can't see her on the ground at the moment, but no doubt she'll be back out there soon enough. Half forward here for the Academy. Got plenty of numbers around. Strawn, ball spills out. This time it's Anderson, pops it to the top of the goal square. A 2-on-2. Zigalewski, ball eluded her, had to wrap up Burke, and ball up just outside that goal square. Just looking for who's doing the ruck. Zigalewski took it out of the ruck, got boot on ball, went straight up, straight back down, spills back out. Carlton through Burke. Just kicks it out of that pack just to get some relief momentarily. Matza has to get down really low, didn't even want to pick it up, just tapped it into the path of DeSanto. Gives handball off to McCarthy, who came to life in that third turn. Back to Fuller. Fuller centres it up, and no mark taken. Here is Ferguson. Handball's off to Karlhausen. Back inside forward 50. Ball spoiled. Carlton go back, and Fuller has it now on the half-back line. Ships it on the 45. Finds a teammate in Larkins, pops it straight into the middle of Icon Park, and there is Curry just standing under a high ball, taking the mark, winning the free kick. Whichever one, that could almost be 50, it won't be.
Bit surprised to see Carlton chase down the centre. I feel like their best footy has actually been when they've gone the patient game along the wing, even the switch as well.
One thing about Curry is she can bang it about 50 metres, because she just did that off one step then, got it deep inside forward 50, spinning out of trouble was McKeegan, snaps, there's no one at the top of the goal square, it is all white Guernseys. Carlton going the away Guernsey at a home ground. Handball goes out wide to Pritchard, been a little quiet today, pops it inside to the top of the goal square, Burke rushes it through. She started well, though did Ayana Pritchard, kicked one in the second quarter as well. Now was a Berkey to bring it broadcast side, so she does us favours and does so. McCarthy up high, but just plucking it was White. She's probably 3 deep in the pack. Arms outstretched and hits up Day, who drops it as she hits the ground. Not quite high enough for her. And we'll have a ball up 40 out directly in front of goal for the Academy that have a comfortable 25-point lead. Strawn just dropped it, could have almost given away the free kick and then goes back in, knocks it loose, goes back once again, breaks the tackle, snaps on the right. Carlton have got the numbers once again. No mark taken at ground level. Keegan can't get loose and a ball up in the forward pocket. Got some height down there as well, as we've said, whether it be Day Zigalewski, who's in the ruck, the ruck forward at the moment, and Fuller, who pulls it out of the pack, but straight down the throat of Ferguson. 40 out. We've seen this play out a few times at this end for the Academy from this distance where it's fallen just short, and Day has been able to kick the ball in play and kick one herself or set up another. So
Ferguson, originally a Melbourne-born footballer, now playing through the Queensland ranks.
She's been good this afternoon, has Molly Ferguson. Set sail. Has she got the leg? She doesn't. Day was there. McKeegan probably just jumped in front of her and went through for one behind. So relatively inaccurate second half for the Academy as Burke brings it in, looking for Fuller over the top of Prosser Shaw. Larkins runs onto it. They want to bring it inboard again. A couple of occasions they've done that. This time it's going to work out as Hargraves takes the mark. Goes out very wide. Outer side of the ground. First in line is Di Donato. Run around in circles. Pops it to centre half forward. It is all the Academy. And the mark is taken there by Boyd. Sorry, Hannah.
I was going to say, Molly Ferguson, another one that's a dual Brizzy and Carlton supporter. So there must be a lot of excitement for some of these girls, you know, looking at these Victorian clubs, thinking, is this where I take my AFLW future? Do I stay in the Sunshine State?
Getting to play against some players that they've probably tracked in their career as well. Plunkett can set sail for a fourth if she wants. Can make the distance. McCarthy out the back. Became the rover. Picked it up. Little handball out the back. Going to set up a goal, but misses. Does Treadwell to the right-hand side. Had a little bit more time than she thought. So the Academy quick to get this moving. Karlhausen, just the strength to spin out of the tackle. Get the ball moving forward. Suddenly they're at centre wing. McKeegan looks forward. Has McIlwain, has overkicked it. And the lasso will come in. Carlton with the free kick on the half-back line. Up the field, and a dangerous kick. Fuller had company in Mabelson, and a ball up on the half-forward line here for the Academy. Almost 9 gone in the last. Plunkett handballs it to green grass for Fuller to pick up. Looking for DeSanto. Put it over the top of her head. Pritchard, it was clever, just socketed out to Martin on the outside. Plenty of numbers. White for the academy. She lowers her eyes. On the lead was Zigalewski. Did her no favours with the kick. Strawn back to White. Handballs it back to Zigalewski. Went without it. Pushed off it. Eventually, numbers forward. Ward can run in and kick a goal. It was hard work, but a chain of handballs, and Evie Ward kicks her first of the afternoon. And the academy 10-15, 75 to 6-8, 44, back out to a 31-point lead. A Tassie Devils prospect as well, as we mentioned, I think earlier on, there are a couple there in Evie Ward and Evie Bingham.
Yeah, it's a very spread side across the country, this academy team, which is great to see. And it's not even particularly dominated by Victoria, which, you know, traditionally we probably would see, but no, it's very spread.
Yeah, we had a quick look. There's about half a dozen from Victoria. There's about 5 from up your way in Queensland, and then spread across GWS, and a couple from Tassie, which they'll be really looking forward to in a couple of years' time or a few years' time. So something we can keep an eye on. It'll be a free kick for another 666 infringement. We'll go the way of Carlton. Aguero has been busy on the wing and half forward for Carlton. Inside forward 50. No mark, no free kick. A quick kick on goal. McCarthy's all by herself in the goal square. Could just let it go and bounce through. And does.
Pretty selfless from McCarthy there. She could have taken that and had it herself.
Caitlin Bussettle will take the goal. But McCarthy, I don't know whether the ball was just getting a bit too quick and couldn't get to it. Doesn't matter. Carlton have the goal.
Definitely a breakdown of communication there from the academy. I was very shocked to see not a single player sitting in that back line.
And McCarthy has been dangerous in this second half, especially in that third term. So she somehow snuck out the back and was in the goal square all by herself. They get the reward to Carlton. Back to 25 points. They'll get the clearance here through Fuller. Ball partially smothered. Bursting through. Ball spills out. Bingham. Hits up and Zigalewski. It came off the boot of Semple. In fact, it's McIlwain. That is the third time I've done it now. I'll own up. But McIlwain, who we thought had a bit of a shoulder injury, certainly was holding the shoulder in the third term, coming out of the goal square, has won so far this afternoon. This for goal number 2 from directly in front and kicks it. Harley McIlwain, Brisbane Lions Academy player, has her second, and it's back out to 31 points, 11-15, 81 to 7-8-50, 12 gone. Final term. She's looked good this afternoon.
Yeah, got a pretty good Brisbane Lions Academy up north, but a very difficult senior side to break into. So for the most part, I think that the Lions girls do end up going elsewhere because they're pretty locked with their AFLW side.
Plenty of recruiters here this afternoon. We'll be having a look. Semple just blocks it with one hand. Gave the fend off. Handball to Ferguson. Here they go again to the academy. Looking for Pritchard. Couldn't take the mark, but did well at ground level. Eventually shrugged the tackle. Eventually got the handball out. Ball spills out. Semple kept on running. Has to go in. Put the body into her opponent and wins the free kick as well. Fuller fell on it and didn't get it out, and Semple from the middle of the ground. A couple of fend-offs, a handball. You can go back and get the reward herself. Scout Semple from the Eastern Rangers decides to hand it off, and Mia Gear a little bit closer to home and directly in front takes the easy mark, and another Brisbane Lions Academy player.
Yeah, one I've seen play in the State League myself. She's been playing in senior level for a few years now.
Set sail from about 30, didn't like it. The second was off the boot, but the mark, has it been paid? It has. Magella Day, somehow that has gone through. It's her third, and it's the third time she's taken a mark or kept the ball in play on the goal line when it hasn't made the distance. Second time she's run around on the left and popped it through. And she's been a good target up forward and has now got 3 goals to her name.
And she's essentially saved 3 goals as well. And, you know, everyone else pretty much, I think, inside 50 was just sort of waiting and watching. Not Magella. She's almost probably...
Expecting it.
Expecting it?
She
No,
might
I don't
be.
want to say that. But, you know, she saw it coming short. Just having that ability to keep an eye on the ball and take advantage of a missed opportunity. Coaches will be very happy with that.
It's game awareness as well.
Yes.
It might be knowing your teammates, but yeah, she's, like you said, saved 3 goals of what we're going to be definitely behinds. And the Carlton defence, you'd think they would have picked up on it the second time. As the Academy go inside forward 50 again, there is Day. Ball spills out. Walsh can gather. She went to give the handball off. She will now. Gear can gather. Snap on the right and another. Mia Gear this time has her first, and the Academy running all over Carlton in this final term. 13-15, 93 to 7-8, 50. It's a game high 43-point margin with about 5 minutes left in this match.
Well, they're certainly leaving nothing out there, the Academy.
It's a chance for maybe some magnets to be thrown around. You can try plays in different positions for the Academy, and even for Carlton, I guess. It's a chance for them to have a look at what's working, what's not working. Can we make a change in the last 5 or so minutes and see what happens?
We'd have to think the Academy side would probably match it with some of the best in the VFLW, just based on this performance out there today. The next time they'll come together will be the King's birthday weekend for another high performance camp where they'll finish off playing against the All-Stars team.
Here goes Semple out of the pack. Took a bounce, pops it inside forward 50, 1-on-1, and the mark is taken. Body work done well. And Harley McIlwain will go back for her third from 30 out directly in front. Semple has looked good in this last term, in and around the ball, and again, a bit like Curry, using the power out of the pack, and a 1-on-1 inside 50 was the target. McIlwain took the mark and then finished it off. She's got 3. And her Brisbane Lions Academy teammate Molly Ferguson, first one there to celebrate with her. 14-15, 99 to 7-8, 50. 49-point margin in favour of the Academy. They have owned this game from start to finish.
I think they've just outlasted Carlton in a lot of ways. I think Carlton really strong second and third terms. I feel like they really worked their way into the game. Probably just something for them to work on through their season is just maintaining that level of intensity.
So we're back in the middle. One down by Zigalewski, who goes back. Couldn't quite get boot on ball. Bingham at ground level will want to get it out. Did so. Found Ferguson. Zigalewski back in. Just taps it into the path of Martin. Back to Ferguson by hand. Just the chain of handballs. Carlhausen. It was cut off on this occasion. Zigalewski goes in for about a third or fourth disposal of the passage. McKeegan front position. Almost took the mark. Couldn't. Drags it back in. Needs to be careful now. Umpire comes in, crosses her arms, and we'll have a ball up. Couple of minutes left. It'll be an Academy victory. It's just a matter by how much. Plunkett floats one outside defensive 50. Martin's there. Cutting across was Mabelson. Pops it inside forward 50. And another mark to the Academy. And this time it's Anderson. About 25 out, as good as directly in front. To tick over the ton this afternoon to get it beyond 50 points. Riley Anderson sets sail, and Does both, just misses to the right-hand side. 14-16 100, 7-8 50. An even 50-point margin.
It's certainly been a very high-scoring affair today, all things considered, particularly with a bit of a breezy afternoon.
29 shots on goal. In fact, 30 shots on goal, that is. It's a good effort. It could have been a lot bigger than 50 points. Carlton have it. Short kick to DiDonato. Got a loose on centre wing, decide to go inboard, which is something they've been trying to do all afternoon. Larkins couldn't take the mark. Semple ragdolled her and will have a ball up.
I think they've been forced to go inward too. Academy D are just so tight one-on-one. Kind of got no other option.
Numbers at ground level here for Carlton. DiDonato goes long down the line. McCarthy on the lead, took the mark. As DeSanto short, decided to give the ball back to DiDonato. About to be run down, and Tideman drags her down, and that's what you like to see with about 10 seconds left on the clock, still putting in the efforts, and wins herself a free kick. Finds Semple, who's had a tremendous final quarter, goes into the middle of the ground. Carlton get the turnover. Comes out wide. They've got numbers. DiDonato, Fuller just on the ground, can gather it, can pop it inside 50 and hit up to Santo. Takes it on the second bite of the cherry. DiDonato kept on running. She might be the next target in line. She will be. Pops it over the top. Couldn't quite hit the target. Being Carlton's story. DiDonato had plenty of time, space. Standing start, delivers. And kicks a goal for Carlton. 8-8-56. They trail the Academy 14-6 100. 21 gone in the final quarter. Something for Carlton fans and the team to celebrate. Some good ball movement there where they had the time and space.
I think for their own season, if they can continue to just play that brand, take their time across the field, had a lot more options running down as well. I think that's just getting the numbers game.
So back in the middle. Carlton win the hit out. They get the ball moving forward again. Comes out now to Ferguson. Zigalewski can go short, decides no, I'll go longer still to the top of 50. Strawn gathers, has someone out the back. Set shot on goal from McKeegan. Misses to the left-hand side. 14-17 101 to 8-8-56. McKeegan has looked good as well in this second half. Provided another target up forward. Burke goes out side defensive 50, but only as far as Pritchard. They got time for another. Pops it in, wards the target, back with the flight, takes the chest mark.
And she's another that's been involved in plenty this afternoon. Pritchard, fantastic linker.
Evie Ward from the Tassie Devils, going to go left foot around the corner and slams it into the post. 14-18, 102, 8-8-56. 46-point margin. The Academy coaching staff are going to be very happy with today's performance. Got a lot of good players playing out there. A 3-on-2 in favour of the Academy. And there is the final siren. A big win for the AFL Academy with some of the best under 18 women running around. 14-18, 102. They defeat Carlton VFLW 8-8-56. They led at quarter time, half time, three-quarter time, almost 100% of the game, other than perhaps the second goal that was kicked of the afternoon, but just too good across all sectors of the ground. Hannah?
Oh, absolutely. It's honestly hard to pick best ons for the academies because, you know, there's a reason why they're the academy. There's so much talent there and a lot of great utility players too. You know, it was pretty rare to see a player out there that could only do one thing. They were all pretty fantastic throughout the field. I think the standout for me, Zoe Curry, she's one, if we're talking future AFLW players, I think I'd love to see a player like her come to the AFLW, a strong-bodied mid. Like, we just need more of those, and they're so exciting to watch. Magella Day played her role as well so well. You know, she just shone in those little moments where it mattered most, which is kind of all you can ask for a forward, really.
Kicked 3 goals as well, leading goal kicker across the ground. McIlwain kicked a couple. Martin kicked 2 in the first as well and really set it up singles across the board. And Plunkett kicked 3 for Carlton, probably one of their best as well. But it was the AFL Academy running out 46-point winners. Hannah, great job by you. Fantastic to have you on board.
Thanks, Travis. Yeah, it'll be exciting to watch the Academy girls again back on the King's birthday weekend. We'll see them take on the All-Stars team for what should be another fantastic matchup.
Absolutely. That's all from Icon Park. Thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you next weekend on afl.com.au.